So my phobia is the effects on the brain. The reason why is you can lose an arm or a leg and you're still you. You still like the same hobbies, you still like your parents, you are still yourself. But if you get a brain injury, you lose your perception of reality. Like you can lose the function on how to think, maybe you don't have the ability to read anymore, or you forget how to eat. Or what about the people with schizophrenia? Like these people hear voices in their heads or they start to hallucinate. These people develop paranoia, they start to get anxiety, they start to get clinical depression, they shun people away, they think someone is out to get them, and worst case scenario, they unalive themselves, and that is just sad because they are just good people that are trying to get better. So now let's talk about dementia. Dementia is a horrible, horrible disease. Like you forget the faces of your friends, the faces of your kids, you forget your baby's first steps, you forget your dogs or your cats, you forget the vacations you've been to, you forget the struggles that made you who you are, and you forget the journeys that you went through your life, and they're all faded away. You have no self-identity and no control, and those are the two reasons why I am afraid of the effects on the brain. That's why I want to do a review on Everywhere at the End of Time. Everywhere at the End of Time is a 6-hour 30-minute album that gives you the experience on how people with Alzheimer's feel. There's 6 stages and they all have descriptions. So let's get started. Stage 1. Here we experience the first signs of memory loss. This stage is most like a beautiful daydream, the glory of old age and recollection, the last of the great days. If you guys don't want to listen to this haunted piece of music, I suggest you to hear the first stage. It's one of those music pieces that you can listen to while you do your homework. So I can tell that stage 1, all of the songs are samples, so his first memory loss, like it said in the description, are the lyrics. So my interpretation of this painting is, we all heard of this quote, your story is being written. Well, the papers are blank. His story is over. Sometimes people with dementia cannot recollect new memories. Or the painting can also mean that the paper is also erasing old memories. Stage 2. The second stage is the self-realization and awareness that something is wrong with a refusal to accept that. More effort is made to remember so memories can be more long form with a little more deterioration in quality. The overall personal mood is generally lower than the first stage, and at point before confusion starts setting in, which best describes the painting. Like he is losing fragments of what a vase looks like, and this could also be a symbol of his brain decaying. Also, I couldn't help but notice there's a man and a woman. I wasn't sure if I was right until I took a closer look and I can see a face. So anyways, let's talk about the music. The first music that came on caught me off guard, which is called A Losing Battle is Raging, which you can feel what the man is going through. They play the song A Burning Memory again, which was the first song that came on stage 1. Music is so like it said in the description. There was one point where I heard walking and that really caught me off guard. Overall, stage 2 has some really good music. There was a few haunting pieces, but it was still good. Stage 3. Here we are presented with some of the last coherent memories before confusion fully rolls in and the gray mists form and fade away. Finest moments have been remembered. The musical flow in a place is more confused and tangled. As we progress, some singular memories become more disturbed, isolated, broken, and distant. These are the last embers of awareness before we enter the post-awareness stage. So stage 3 is the turning point. Like, it is really haunting. There was pauses, there was music being cut off, there was music that sounded like a broken record. So the first song, which sounds like Libet's Delay, and if you haven't heard of Libet's Delay, you should go check it out. Then the next song was A Burning Memory, but it is all jangled up. Then after that, they played Libet's Delay again, which ties in the coherent memories before confusion, and that's brilliant for the musician's part. Then there was one part the music was calm and peaceful, and then you hear the record end, and then this plays. It was extremely haunting. You can hear all the memories faded away and being all jangled up. Then A Burning Memory plays, but this time it sounds like a broken record. Libet's Delay plays again, but it drags for so long and it glitches. Then A Burning Memory plays again and it drags for so long, but it's calm. And even though it sounds like a broken record, it sounds peaceful. But then stage 4 appears. Are you enjoying this? I'm not enjoying this. Stage 4. Post-awareness stage 4 is where serenity and the ability to recall singular memories gives way to confusion and horror. It's the beginning of an eventual process where all memories begin to become more fluid through entanglements, repetition, and rupture. So I had a fight or flight reaction, I guess because, the phobia is kicking in. Stage 4 gave me a jump scare and I was not expecting that at all. Stage 4 was really horrifying. You can hear a burning memory, but it's all jumbled up. Then as the song progresses, you can barely hear a burning memory, indicating that his memories are fading away. You can hear this old person struggling to think of a memory. At the very last stage 4 song, it is very peaceful, but you read the title and it's really sad. The beginning of the stage 4 triggered my fight or flight so bad I started to exercise, but as I calmed down, I was depressed. Like, I wanted to shut the TV off and I couldn't stand the painting, but I kept going. As stage 4 ended, I was so glad. So let's talk about the painting. This is my interpretation, but the painting reminds me of the girl with the pearl earring. The girl with the pearl earring symbolizes beauty and richness, and the stage 4 painting reminds me of nothingness and a loss of beauty. This painting also reminds me of a painter named William. He suffered with Alzheimer's and he painted self-portraits of himself as his disease gets worse. If you want to learn more about him, check out this guy's YouTube channel. Here's how his paintings progress on this guy's channel. This was his last painting. He was already at the post-awareness stage. What also makes this truly terrifying is he stopped painting in 2001. He died in 2007. So for those 6 years, he couldn't move, he couldn't recognize his face, and most importantly, he couldn't do what he loved to do. So now let's talk about stage 5. Guys, I just want to say is I'm like really depressed right now, because of this, and it reminds me of like the painter and what he went through from 2001 and 2007, and also like the weather is just making this worse for me. Like, it's a rainy day and it's cloudy, it's dark, and it's depressed, and like you can hear the rain like just pouring down as I'm like just hearing this. It's so awful. Like, oh my god. Post-awareness stage 5 confusions and horror. More extreme entanglements, repetition, and rupture can give way to calmer moments. The unfamiliar may sound and feel familiar. Time is often spent only in the moment, leading to isolation. So picture this, you're the painter from 2001 through 2007, and this is what you hear. That is extremely terrifying, and all I kept thinking was, if I ever had dementia, I want someone to end me. Like, seriously, I do not want to live like this. I was depressed the whole way. It was so terrifying. It was so sad. That's all I gotta say about stage 5. So now let's talk about the painting. The painting looks like a brain being shrunken up, and it looks like the man and the woman were mushed up to look like this. So now the very last stage, stage 6. Post-awareness, stage 6 is without description. So the blank painting reminds me of the blank pages. One is about their story being erased, and stage 6 is about their life being erased. So stage 6 is really long, and I feel empty inside. I wanted this to end so bad. Like stage 4 through stage 6, I don't remember anything, and my brain is all jumbled up, which I think this was the point of the song. So the ending of the song is really peaceful, and I knew what the ending of the song meant, but if you had dementia, you would also be relieved. I like to think that in the final moments of the song, the old guy had temporal ludicity, which is a rare phenomenon. It's when you start to feel alive again at your final moments. You can walk, talk, and most important, remember. And I know it's sad because all the old guy felt was emptiness and horror, but at least in your final moments, you can remember the faces of your friends, the faces of your kids, you remember your baby's first steps, you remember your dogs or cats, you remember the vacations you've been to, you remember the struggles that made you who you are, and you remember the journeys that you went through, and they're all coming back to you. So guys, that is the end of the song, and man, what a trip. You guys should hear this once in a lifetime album. It's peaceful, it's scary, It's depressing and like, man, what an experience. So I am terrified of the negative effects of the brain, but I am also intrigued of like the positive effects of the brain. So that's why I wanted to, listen to this song. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Bye.